Hello and welcome to another update video about GALA. Yeah, we did come down and we made another low. So that is what we talked about in the last video, that we were in this bear flag. Yeah, it could have still gone to that resistance area, but that was resistance, not necessarily a target. So resistance, and had it gone above this resistance area, then we would have had to change the count and had to assume that the low was already in. Now that didn't happen, and a break above it was also, let's say, fairly unlikely, given that the move up so far was clearly corrective. So bear flag worked out. It's a continuation pattern and often occurs in a fourth wave, which is also why we saw it like that and expected one more low. Now the overall wave count here suggests that we completed a wave one. That's also what I sort of believe at the moment. That's sort of my view. Completed a wave one here, similar count to ADA, with an overshooting, well, a throw over, you call it, in wave 5 here. So obviously we had we had our 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wave 5 as an ending diagonal. And what you sometimes get in these wave 5s is a so-called throw over, especially if you have an ending diagonal. That is when the last wave, the fifth wave of the fifth, basically overshoots the upper trend line. And then, however, this is often a bearish signal. It comes down, and that's what we saw. And since then it has started its correction in an ABC structure. And since it broke out of the wedge here, we've been focused on the downside. And finally this wave 2 that we've been waiting for a while is playing out. And we're also coming into our support area now. And we're heading into the target area as well. Because if you remember what we talked about in the previous video, in videos, is that such wave 2 correction often comes back to the previous wave 4 low. Not necessarily the low, it's more like the wave 4 area, and we're heading into this area now. So bear in mind, this is larger support, but within the support area we have more specific targets. So it would be great if this support area is holding, but target wise we should only need maybe 1 or 2 more lows, yeah, on the micro level here. Because if we take a look and measure the length of the target for the fifth wave, we can do that by taking the length of the wave 1, we go to the high of the fourth wave, and we're looking for the 1-to-1 ratio. I of course need to do it accurately now. I didn't draw them very accurately now, but I did that before the video. So anyway, it's sort of here, you know, you see these dotted lines, they are the targets. So here this would be the 1-to-1 ratio. The 3.8 cent level is one possible target where we should see some kind of a reaction. Alternatively, there are there is one more way to calculate target. Here we take the length of waves 1 to 3, we go to the high of the fourth, and then you get these two targets. The 38.2 fib extension, we haven't even reached that, that's at 3.99 cents. And the second one is the 61.8 extension at 3.59 cents. So these are all possible targets, and it's all in this region around the previous wave 4 low. I think this will be an incredibly strong support area, and ideally we're turning around there. Now if we drop below that, we have one more chance to hold this support here at 3.4 cents. If we drop below that, then this chart will turn into something less reliable, and to be honest, the correction will be quite strong. I mean, what I cannot rule out, but in the short term it doesn't matter so much, what I cannot rule out is that this ABC structure, which is coming down here, is only a larger A wave of a larger correction, yeah? Then there will be a B and a C. There is no way of knowing that at this stage. But either way, yeah, going long here, for example, would enable you to trade a possible third wave, which would land somewhere up there, maybe in the, where are we? Well, we can calculate that in a minute. Or alternatively trade the B wave, yeah. So it's a risk in my opinion worth to take. If we get into this target range, I will go. We'll probably do a few spot buys for GALA, and we'll look at trading that third wave if we get it. And if it fails to create an impulse, yeah, when we move up and we see, okay, it's failing, it only creates 3 waves. It might be worth scaling out here again when we get into the wave B target range, because again, what it could be, you don't know that, but so it could be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, but it doesn't matter because you would expect out of this region ideally a reaction anyway. Now nothing is guaranteed in these markets, but looking at probabilities after a correction pattern is complete, yeah, you reasonably would look at a reversal, And if the reversal is in 3 waves instead of 5, it tells you you will get one more leg down. So that's sort of what we're looking at. So if after a correction, the move into the trend direction, which is up here at the moment, yeah, the trend would be up, the higher degree trend, yeah. If that is only in 3 waves, expect one more leg down. So that's sort of what we're looking at. But also the B wave should lead to some profits, okay? Even though trading a B wave is difficult, and I wouldn't recommend it, but of course there's a chance it's actually here, the completion of wave 2, and we could trade the 3rd wave. Now, 3rd wave targets, yeah, 3rd wave targets, I mean, we're looking here at 5 waves up. Let's say we come down into that region somewhere, then you're looking at 10 cents roundabout, yeah? That's sort of what we're looking at. Let's see if we get there. Bear in mind, this could also be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave, and then we make new lows. But this doesn't also matter in the short term, because if it's a 1, 2, 3 or an A, B, C in the short term, doesn't matter. Yeah, you can also trade the C wave, and it should lead to the similar targets as well. Okay, I'll keep observing that for you. I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.